Alright guys, welcome to the channel. As you guys seen in the description, today we're going to be making a little mini bike. A trike, that is. And one day I was on Facebook Marketplace and this little frame showed up, which was a real good deal, so I had to jump on it. One thing led to the other and I ordered a little trike live axle so I could, do two wheels. So today's plan is to get this thing all put together and get it running. And then next video for sure get it all painted up and go take it on some nice rides and see if it's gonna pop wheelies. Because I'm definitely going with a crazy setup and I'm gonna go with a 212 from Harbor Freight with a torque converter on a small sprocket in the back. That way I don't pop that many wheelies. These little builds are always fun. It don't matter how old you are. If you buy one of these, you're gonna feel like a kid. So I recommend everybody out there, go get you a mini bike and go make your neighbors mad. Ride around the neighborhood and have fun. So I'm gonna get started on this by putting the torque converter on the engine and getting everything set up on that. That way I can stick it in the frame and see if we need to cut anything, because this is definitely gonna be a custom build because the mini bike is real tiny. So I gotta make everything work. So we'll see what happens. Alright, so sure enough, just like I predicted, this engine's not going to fit in here. So basically what I'm going to do is basically just fabricate it myself and make it work. So what I'm going to end up doing is getting rid of this plate and cutting the tube like in half, and then just weld the sheet a lot lower. But I definitely want to make this work because it's going to be unique, with the big ass engine in there. So I'm not going to give up now. Well, there it is. I managed to put it in there. As you guys seen, I had to cut a lot of pieces off just to be able to maneuver it in there. I still have a lot of little mocking up to do because I still have to weld that plate underneath to be able to bolt the engine down. I mean, worst case, I might have to get like a 90 that pushes the carburetor out this way, because I definitely want to push it this way more. Alright guys, so unfortunately this project definitely been kicking my ass. Unfortunately the torque converter didn't work because it's just gonna make it too bulky, and I would have to cut the whole other side of the frame, which I don't want to do because then I'll lose the structure of the full frame. So I didn't want to go that route. So now I gotta order a little regular clutch, and then once that gets here we'll finish this thing up. I finally got that clutch, so now I can put that plate on there, reinforce the frame again. Because as you guys seen, I did cut this tubing here just to make the engine slide in a lot better. So like what I've noticed of people swapping a 212 into these mini bikes is they'll actually run the different carburetors. So they'll run the, I guess you would call it a dirt bike carburetor. So basically the throttle cable's on top, so it eliminates all this stuff here, which gives it a little bit more room in there. Sure enough, I had to order one of these carburetors because I couldn't get that engine to fit. So I ordered me a little RPM gauge so I could tune it right, and the carburetor came with a filter and the adapter, so that's good, and it fit perfect to my throttle. So basically what I've done now is just remove the governor lever and then started removing the old carburetor. And then that should give me the room to basically notch this one down so it'll clear this in there. And also the governor stick was the one hitting on here, so hopefully that clears too. Alright guys, so I had this as scrap metal. It was actually for a plow, and what I ended up doing is cutting these ends. These ends go here, and it worked out good because it's two of them. And so what I did is I cut them at the same size. If you guys can see, I tacked them in place now. That way I could drill some holes to match this bearing So what I'm gonna end up doing with these plates is actually stretching these out. That way it could clear my carburetor. Alright guys, so there it is. I tacked these things together. This thing's looking like a little bike now. I mean, right now it's all about basically making everything square, put the sprocket and mount the brake. And then from there I'll mount the brake caliper, clean it all up, you know, finish welding it all up. But man, I'm excited because it's looking pretty good. It did angle it a little bit down just because the way the brackets were. I'm not too concerned because, you know, it's gonna push my weight forward, so hopefully it doesn't, you know, want to lift as much. Alright guys, so as you guys can see, I finally got this little brake mounted on here. It's still not 100%. I still got to put these little sleeves back on so it sits right. But I got myself a little bracket now. As you guys seen, I just tacked it up there. So basically now what I got to do is just basically put the keys in here so it won't spin the axle without spinning the brake caliper or the brake rotor. And then once I do that, I could test out the brake to make sure it works. I also forgot I still got to modify the exhaust. For that exhaust, I have this extra muffler that I'm just gonna use the tubing for it. So I'm just gonna cut it and kind of use the piece that works the best to put it in there. Other than that, the bike is coming along. I mean, it's almost there. Alright guys, so as you guys seen, I basically mocked up the exhaust. I got the brake caliper mounted on. The axle's pretty much lined up. This thing's looking pretty much ready to fire up. The chain is all tight and everything. My brother's here changing this jet so we could really tune this thing because he's done this before, so might as well have him help me out. It was great. A little bit low. What are you trying to get it to?
Hey, I can't believe
About 1,600.
Luis, I can't believe that me, you, and my dad.
Trophy.
All right, guys, so we got this thing started to give it a little run. As you guys can see, the exhaust piece fell off, so we got to retack that. But other than that, it's gonna be a slow start, but I think in the long run it might get a little bit of top speed, so we'll see about that. Right now the engine shifted. As you guys can see, the wheels pretty much touching their intake. All right, guys, so there it is, back together after that little accident we had. I put one screw on the seat so it's not moving. Welded that piece back together, and it's idling like a champ. Let's go for a little run. Damn. Hold on, this shit, I don't know what's going on.
Thank you. Yeah, you're wasting time.
I kind of want to be seeing the speed. Yeah, this bitch rips. I only got 31.
Here, let me try it.
I only got 31 on. Hold on, let these people go by.
Oh, fuck.
That's why I turned it off.
Damn. You know they're gonna get fucking pissed.
That's why.
What if it's a Karen? Y'all need to stop riding that thing and it's motorized.
That's why I turned it off, so they won't see it. Stay on there because you're big. You cover a lot.
What do you think
It does look like a Karen.
Right now I got 38 miles. 38 miles.
Oh, this guy might come and complain.
Nah.
He's the gal fucking.
Yeah, this is an employee.
Oh, you think bro's the game warden or something?
I got 38 miles per hour.
38?
38 miles per hour. 38 miles per hour right now. Sketchy. It's sketchy.
The steering on this shit makes it hella sketchy. There should be some dampeners to hold it steady. Cause fuck, that's right.
It does wobble.
Let go of the gas and it's still sketchy.
It does wobble. Huh?
It wobbles like crazy. Definitely need some fucking dampeners to hold it straight. Cause fuck, man. That shit is going so fast that, and it's such a little wheel that any little fucking movement is sketchy as hell.
But it's still controllable.
Ugh.
How fast do you think you did?
I didn't want to fucking risk fucking not being in control. So
I'll tell you, I had to let go so many times.
I couldn't just go. I
Me
was
neither.
afraid.
Me neither, I couldn't either.
Those wobbles are too sketchy.
Think about it, 38 miles per hour on that little thing.
That's dangerous.
That's dangerous.
That's bad.
That's hella dangerous.
Fucked up.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Ripping. You know he got some good speed. he was on there. He was on there. Fast or what?
Huh?
Your hair goes back.
What do you think? Oh, zooming. That's sketchy, huh? I completely floored it up there.
Let me try it.
I couldn't.
Yeah, this thing's too fast. 40 miles per hour.
How fast you went?
40, yeah. Yeah, we need to go find some PVC pipes and put it in the back wheels. Let's see if we could drift that bitch.
That would probably be a lot safer.
Yeah.
Feeling at least.
Okay, let me try it one more time, and then we'll roll out. It's getting sketchy here. They're gonna call the cops. How fast do you think that one was? I felt that one fast. 43. The thing about an extra 3, I feel that shit. But I was fucking wobbling like this. You can feel that shit. Let's roll. It's good.
The thing is, how small
Grab it right
of a machine this is.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. That little machine fucking puts you on a fucking sketchy ass situation. You feel like you're about to die. 5.
What do you rate this thing, Kenneth?
I'll go like a 7.
7?
That's not a fair.
Solid.
That's
Solid.
what do you give it?
Speed. I give it a good 10.
Is it speed or the feeling of the speed?
Fear. I give it a 20.
Hell yeah.
Sketchy vibes. That's all you get out of this shit.
The Angel posted a video.
I give it a solid 9. Cause it's obviously if you're not trying to max speed, it'll go.
It's a fun little ride.
You know, if you're just cruising it, you'll be having fun and just cruising it. We're trying to max it out right now, so that's why it's sketchy. But just cruising, I think it'll be all right.
43 miles per hour on this shit.
No, I ain't trying to hit no 43. Whatever the hell I hit was bad enough.
If the steering was better, I would have.